Hello again, everybody. It's Mr. Scott, your favorite middle-aged metalhead, and welcome to episode 2 of the series where we welcome metal albums that turn 40 years old in the year 2024 into the realm of middle-aged. And today we're talking about a very special album, one of the best ones to come out of the 80s in my opinion. It's from German rockers The Scorpions, and it is Love at First Sting. Where's the picture? There's supposed to be a picture that comes up here. I'll do it again. Love at First Sting. That's not the right sting. One more time. Love at First Sting. Now you're just being silly. Thank you. That's the one we're talking about. Ugh. Yeah, so we're going to have fun talking about this album, where we talk about the songs in the album and the band in context of the time that the album came out. As I mentioned, this is episode 2 of this series. There might be a card popping up over here that you can check out my first episode where I talked about Ride the Lightning from Metallica. And just like in that video, I do want to say that if there are any rock and metal gatekeepers out there watching this video, just leave. Just go. It's fine. You're cool, I'm sure, in your minds and to your best friends, but you just don't need to be here, okay? I don't want to hear about Uli Roth all that time. Yes, he is phenomenal. I know that. I don't need to be educated about that, okay? Yeah, and the commercial success of the band, we're going to talk about it, okay? It's not a bad thing if you really look at the grand picture of things. This is why your wife left you and your kids don't talk to you anymore. Don't blame me, okay? Now that that's out of the way, we're going to be talking about the album, the songs, and also we're going to be enjoying one of the songs off the album, which is one of the biggest hits that come out of the 80s. I mean, if you're an 80s kid like me, and you probably are, when you talk about rock music from the 80s and made 80s heavy metal and things of that nature, chances are this song is one of the first ones that pops up in your head. Oh yeah, my friends, we're going to rock you like a hurricane. Thrill me. The quick editing and the fast cuts. Think back, I was 8 years old when this album came out. How old were you when this album and this song came out? Let me know in the comments. There's so many 80s metal tropes in this video. It's basically a parody of itself. There he is. That was every young man's fantasy, be woken up from a deep slumber by a hot chick in a cat mask, right? And a rocket cage. All right, we'll take a break there. Oh, my God, I'm getting so much flashback from watching this video. But now we're going to talk about the album real quick here as I try to pull up my notes. Real professional here, I know. So, this album, yes, turns 40 years old this year. Came out in March of 1984. So, yeah, I was 8 years old. My birthday's in July, so, yeah, do the math. And basically, this was the 9th studio album from the band. Now, some people out there are shocked when they hear that. They say, this is the 9th album? I thought it was their first album or their second album. No, because this is kind of something I alluded to in my opening there when I was ranking on the gatekeepers, and I'm not apologizing for it. Don't ask me to, okay? Basically, the Scorpions is a band of two different eras. There's the 70s era and the 80s era. The 70s era is also referred to as the Uli Roth era, because Uli Roth was a guitarist in Germany who joined the band, and the band actually started in the 60s, by the way. But when Uli Roth started, he actually helped formulate the sound that the Scorpions would be known for. He did leave the band in the late 70s and has gone on to do amazing stuff. He is definitely one of the most influential guitar players out there from that time frame. And then there was the 80s era of the Scorpions, or the commercial era of the Scorpions, where they saw their most success, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's kind of like why you do this stuff, to get noticed and, you know, be successful, and that's not a bad thing. The album was recorded at Dierks Studios in Germany, and the album actually went double platinum and peaked at number 6 on the Billboard charts. Huge success for the band. Back into it. The other thing I loved about this album was the guitars. 2 iconic styles, the Flying V and the Explorer. For that, I sympathize so much more now with that bald spot. Come on, sing it. You know it. Don't lie. If this is in one of those try not to headbang challenges, it's very tough. Guitar! Whoa, there's a shot to stop right there. Like, yeah, he's just yawning. He's just chilling out right now. So as he enjoys a little break, let's talk about the songs off this album, because this is, one of the most successful albums, if not the most successful album from the Scorpions in that time frame, and one of the biggest hits for all of rock music at that time too. There are 9 songs on this album, and definitely I think the entire album is very listenable. You can listen to every track on here and get into every one of them. It starts out with the song called Bad Boys Running Wild. It's a solid opener. It kind of sets the tone for the album in general. And then you've got this song, one of the best. Then there's a song called I'm Leaving You, which does have a music video featuring women playing softball for some reason, but it's a good track nonetheless. Then there's the very underrated Coming Home. This one rocks. I mean, it starts like a power ballad, but then the drums kick in and it gets you going. It gets you going. I really love that track. So make sure you check out Coming Home off this album. Then we have the Same Thrill, which is a very cool track. We've got Big City Nights, another huge radio hit for the band. As Soon as the Good Times Roll, it's not a power ballad per se, but not super rocking either. So it's kind of in the middle, but very midway type jam. But it's a good song nonetheless. Then there's Crossfire, an okay track. The drums are the focal point of this song. A lot of like marching type drum beats going on in this one, and it ends up with one of the biggest power ballads to come out of the 80s, Still Loving You. A fantastic song. When you say power ballad, I think that's like one of the first songs people think of if they're my age. This album, these songs, this video, they're just drilled into our heads for so many other reasons, which we'll get to in a minute. Let's finish up Rock You Like a Hurricane. I've always loved this bridge section. She's gonna break in, guys. You're not paying attention. The metal is getting to her so much she can't hold back. What was that? What is that deal? And now we take it home. Listen, the drums go double time here. Run, boys, run. Get back to bed. Back in your pods. Answer the question, where are you? That's where they are. Absolute classic. Love that song. Love it. Absolutely love the video. Oh man, just takes me freaking back so much to my childhood. I just can't get over it. And I think I'm definitely a privileged individual to have been born when I was, so I could witness the growth of bands like that hitting the mainstream. The Scorpions became one of the darlings of the rock media, like with MTV. You saw them a lot of times being played on MTV, and also in publications like Rolling Stone. They garnered so much mainstream attention, and a lot of like bands like Twisted Sister, Quiet Riot, even Dokken and Van Halen in some senses. They were bands that they could rock and they could produce good music, but they just kind of like just became engulfed into social pop culture. Social pop culture, what the hell is that? Pop culture that they just kind of got lumped into that. But the commercial success for this band definitely peaks at this album. The next album that comes out later is Worldwide Live, the live album, which came out, I believe, in '85. That also did very successful business for the band. But as with most bands of that time frame, they kind of peaked with this one and then kind of coasted down. Not to say they didn't put out any good stuff after that. They definitely did. It just never got the commercial success that they did in the 80s. And that's not, as I alluded to earlier, it's cool to get the success. It is definitely a good thing to be able to play in front of thousands of people, play around the world, double platinum albums, and get all that notoriety. It's not a bad thing at all. Success is good, however you judge it. But then they kind of started doing not so much in the mainstream. And that's okay too. It's, they can always say they had that. No one can take it away from them. And the Scorpions is a band that still puts out music to this day, going on over 50 years. And Germany and rock music have always been like ingrained in the American pop culture, I think a lot of times because of the Scorpions and the success they had with this album. So we welcome Love at First Sting into the realm of middle-aged. I got your cheater readers right here, so whenever you want to come pick them up, go right ahead, because you're going to need them. Trust me, you're going to need them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this album, the Scorpions, this song, the video, all that stuff? I want to hear about it down there. Link to the video I just reacted to is also down in the video and down in the description of the video, and also down there links to all my social networks, TeePublic merch store, Twitch account, all that stuff down there, and find out how you can join up at this channel and help support your favorite middle-aged metalhead. Thank you very much for stopping by, my friends. Keep those horns high. And yeah, the cheater readers, they're ready for you. And by the way, yeah, I think your prescription is ready too, so you might want to go pick it up. I think I have to do that too.